And we are live. Subject to popular debate. Well, thank you, Bob. Yes, please. If your IQ is above 85, you must hit the like button immediately. Is there really only one person watching? That couldn't possibly be true. Let's check that out. That's just not. All right. There we go. Yeah, it's lying. There's 9 people. Why is there only 9 people? There should be like 39. Where is everybody's? And now there's 8. Shit. Scaring people away. Good morning to those who are on the East Coast, Central, Mountain, West Coast. All morning for you. Of course, if you're over in Europe, it is afternoon. I'm obviously telling you things that you already know. You do not need a time report. Today is day number 4 in our 12 days of trading. Can you imagine that? So that means that there's 8 more trading days until Christmas. That venerable, now mostly secular holiday that even Jews celebrate. Actually, Jews have been celebrating Christmas for quite some time. As early as, I think, in the 1920s. Making it their own secular holiday and bringing it up so that they can at least be simpatico with the rest of the culture and not appear as if they are Debbie Downers. Not that they are. Of course, in this household, my wife has never celebrated Christmas, so we don't celebrate Christmas, although we have Christmas party. So I guess we do. We've had a Christmas party. We stopped doing it a few years ago because after about 20 years, the same old friends start to disperse. Go here, go there, die. Find different friends. And so then the party, which started at like 50, 60 people every friggin' year at the same time. Plus it was a dual party. It was also my wife's birthday. Her birthday is three days before Christmas. 4 days. The 21st, the equinox. I guess you would call that the autumnal equinox. And so we would have this party every year. Big bash. Sometimes so big we'd have to hire help to come in and help manage the party. Great time. And I think a lot of that too is when I was younger and I hadn't blown out my knee yet. A lot of the people from my softball team would come and their spouses. My friend Jerry, who is now dead, passed away about 3 years ago. And other friends from my wife's work acquaintances or from her job. She doesn't go to a job like me. We've both been stay-at-home people for 20 years or more. But all of those things change. Life is impermanent. And I guess maybe because we didn't, advertise. It's not like we put out billboards and ads in the paper for our party. But we just didn't try to recruit more people to the party. We didn't, every time you make a new friend, we didn't say, oh, by the way, come to our party. So anyways, about 3 years ago, we stopped doing the party because it was this one year where only about, 8 people showed up. And we thought, why are we doing this? It was weird. It went from like 25 down to 8. We thought, man, that is weird. We take showers. We're nice people. Put on a good spread. But nothing to do with any of that. It's just that people change. Everything changes. Yeah, Jeff, well, we're all Jews here, too. Actually, I'm nothing. Brought up our kids Jewish until they didn't want to go to Hebrew school anymore. We said, you don't have to go to Hebrew school. You don't need a bat mitzvah. You can still be Jewish. Go to all the holidays. You can still celebrate Christmas. As I said, Christmas is secular. But we haven't had a tree here. Ever. Never, ever a tree. I remember when I was younger, we started out with these nice trees that we would buy. And my dad thought, man, this sucks. So he went out and bought this really, really nice fake tree from, I think it was from like Filene's or Jordan Marsh. These are Boston stores. I think Filene's might still exist as Filene's Basement. And Jordan Marsh is gone. That was taken over by Macy's. But anyways, we bought this fantastic tree, and I remember every year I would be tasked with putting it together. You have to put up the pole. It had a top that was kind of prearranged, and then it had color-coded, wired-based branches that you would stick into the pole. And it was really once it was done, it was very realistic looking, and it was full. It looked great. Perfect Christmas tree. It didn't smell, didn't get dried out. No threat that overnight your house would go up in flames. I remember we used to put up the decorations, some garland around the fireplace, a couple of socks. Parents would put, small gifts in the socks and then the presents underneath. But, for the past, since I've been married, and actually even after I left the house when I was 17. Really haven't had a Christmas tree for 40 years. Christmas is man-made. Everything's friggin' man-made, for Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. Now I may have offended someone who didn't want me to use the Lord's name in vain yesterday. I said I would try, but it's just part of me. It just comes out. I mean, hey, I'm from Boston. Old-time Boston. When things were politically incorrect. When you could say stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, Christmas has become really a secular holiday for a lot of people. I live in a town where, believe it or not, this town has the highest percentage per capita of Jews of any town in the United States. That's true. And we have them all here. We've got the Reform Jews, who are like left of Mao. We have the conservatives, which are kind of like regular people. They're a much smaller sect. We have the Orthodox Jews, which are very conservative. And then we have the Hasidic Jews, which are ultra-conservative. Super nice people, though. You cannot really intermingle with them. But they are, So you have, really, the Jews have a spectrum. The Hasidic Jews, those are the ones that on Saturday they don't do anything. And, the men have the little curly cues. They wear the black suits and the hayat and the yarmulke, the shawl. So, yeah, we've got all of those. I remember some of those girls, they had this sort of modesty thing going on. I guess much in the same way, like, not quite as extreme as, say, a Muslim. But the girls, when they integrated and played sports, they wore these really long dresses when they played sports. It was really weird. In long sleeve, in the middle of summer, long sleeves. It was kind of bizarre. The other interesting thing about my town, believe it or not, it has the largest mosque in all of New England. In the town that has the most Jews. Of course, most people don't even know it exists. It's off in the woods somewhere, hidden. And there's a lot of conspiracy around that. But that's true. Isn't that weird? The most populated by percentage town in the United States of Jews with Jews has the biggest mosque in the Northeast. I know that there always. I mean, there are actually there's evidence that some of these people in this mosque are actually terrorists. I mean, for real. So the town, they actually keep a pretty close eye on them. They harbor terrorists. They are terrorists. Not all of them. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it's a fact. That's another really strange. That's like a bizarro world. The other thing about this town is that besides the fact that it's like 72% Jewish, the rest of the population is incredibly diverse. I mean, like I said, we've got the Muslims. We've got a large percentage of Indians from India, not Native Americans. Lots of Chinese. I mean, on my street alone, I've got an Indian neighbor, a Chinese neighbor, a Baptist gay family. There aren't too many people on my street. Gay couple. I mean, this town is super diverse. We have up in the center of town, we've got a Baptist church, a Unitarian church. Of course, we've got synagogues. We have an area in town that is kind of blessed, where only the Orthodox and above, or or conservative and above Jews can live. There's literally a wire that is built into the poles and trees that encircles an area that's about a 1 mile square, and only Jews of the right type can live in there. Yeah, so, and, people put up Christmas lights and trees, and the Jews have Christmas trees and shit, like, Of course, we all do Hanukkah. One of my best friends, I've known him for 45 years here in Sharon. He's an Orthodox Jew. You'd never know it. I mean, when you think of someone who's Orthodox, you think of them as relatively prim and proper, very religious and stout and kind of stoic, but no, not Todd, man. Todd is a fucking rebel. Talmudic Jews. I'm not sure what a Talmudic Jew is. All right. So anyways, that's the town that I live in. And the really cool part about this town also is that it is a small bedroom community. Now, when I say small, I mean suburbs in this area usually are 15 to 40,000 people in the town. Our town has about 16.5 or so it's on the low end of that. Very close-knit. And because it's predominantly Jewish, most everybody knows everybody else. I mean, for the most part, especially if you've grown up and your kids grew up here. Highest taxes in the state. Well, actually, it's the second highest. Wellesley, which is a well-known liberal armchair limousine liberal bastion, is the highest. And of course, Massachusetts in of itself is largely liberal, except for when you get to the rural areas, it starts getting immensely red state. So pockets of blue, but Sharon is deep, deep blue. Except for the Hasidic Jews and the Orthodox Jews. You know, they're like the anomaly. The other nice thing about the town is that there's really no industry here, and that's one of the reasons why our taxes are so high. Our taxes, when they call it, you hear of Taxachusetts, we're a heavily taxed state. Now figure, the most heavily taxed state in the most heavily taxed town. Almost all the money goes towards the school system. But it wouldn't matter if the money went to the school system or not. The graduation rate and the rate of people that go on to college, I think, is one of the highest. And the school system itself, the K through 12 school system here, is rated in like the top 25 schools in the entire country, including private schools. So here we have a public school that is as good or better than most private schools. But that has nothing to do with the amount of money that we spend. It has everything to do with the culture. And it's not just the Jews, it's the Indians and the Chinese too that reinforce that culture. 98.5% of the kids that graduate from high school here go on to college. That is like off the charts compared to everywhere else in the country. My kids, they left school here. And of course, I have that mentality too. I wanted my kids to do good, and they studied hard, and they did well. When they went to college, they thought it was a friggin' breeze. They thought, man, this is easier than high school. And of course, they both graduated with honors, and one with a 3.85, the other one with a 3.93. It's basically straight A's with like one A minus or something. And that's what life is like here in Sharon. The other really cool part is that we have a lake. It's a beautiful lake, Lake Massapog. We don't allow outsiders on it. Actually, we do. There's a on the other side of the lake. If you're an out-of-towner, you can go on the other side. But our side, we have a nice beach, a nice stand, a place where you can get a snack stand or whatever, a boat launch. There's what they call the yacht club, but a little sailing club there. All the things that you would expect in a rich-ass town. We've got this beautiful nature preserve, and I live actually in the middle of that. Most everybody has, fair-sized lot. I think most people have at least an acre. I've got a little over 5 acres. It's just a beautiful place to live. It has the oldest Audubon on the East Coast. It's, 130 years old or something like that, and the biggest. And we also have other adjoining nature preserves like Trustees of Reservations, of which we are both members of Trustees and Audubon. So we're big nature people. So that's what it's like here in Sharon, Massachusetts. All right. Let's get to some trading. Michael Mack wants to know, can you name a few chart patterns other than the 3-line strike that have statistical significance? No. Let me revise that and say that under some circumstances, and these aren't chart patterns per se, or candle patterns, some divergences have a higher than average statistical significance, depending on the way you calculate them and what oscillator that you use. I can say that using volume profile, identifying support and resistance levels with that has an extreme statistical significance. I could show you what the top 10 candlestick patterns are, and that is actually worth something. And that's something that I would pay attention to. And you can find that out by going to Thomas Bukowski's site on chart patterns. It's called thepatternSite.com. And in fact, what I've done is I have, that's me, have bookmarked those patterns. Let's see, where are they? Here they are. I'll bring them over so you can see them. That's my Twitter. Yeah, candles. Let's open up a new window. A nice blank window. And we'll go to candles and we'll open them all in the new tab. Yeah. What? No. That's cannabis. I don't want cannabis. All right, I gotta put my glasses on. I was about to open up 77 cannabis tabs. Tools, options, cannabis, blockchain, gold, money, financial, best candlesticks right here. Taken from the Thomas Bukowski site. All right, and these are in order. The top 2 candlestick patterns. Now this is good shit, man. Like, if I were going to use candlesticks, why would I use any candlestick patterns unless they had statistical significance? So I'm going to answer your question directly. Yes, there are other candles that do have some statistical significance. They drop off dramatically after the 3-line strike, but they are still way far and above the normal ones that you're used to seeing. The problem is that their occurrence is lower. In other words, they don't happen as often. 3-line strike is a relatively rare pattern that doesn't happen very often. So there's a bearish and a bullish 3-line strike. All right. So like here is this one they actually call the bearish one, but it's actually bullish. And this is the interesting thing, and Thomas Bukowski proves that point, that in most other treaties that talk about candlestick patterns, they call this the bearish 3-line strike, but they're fucking wrong. It's almost like it's a conspiracy to mislead you. This is bullish way more often than it is bearish. And on top of that, when it is bullish, it is bullish by huge amounts, like an average of something like a 16% return. It's fucking insane. Anyways, there's a bullish, and then there's the bearish case. There's the bearish case of the 3-line strike. The next 2 most statistically significant chart patterns are the 3 white soldiers. It's very similar to a 3-line strike when you look at it. But essentially, it is 3 big green candles in a row after a downtrend off of a bottom. All right? Now, this happens much more often than the 3-line strike. So this is worth noting. High performance rank, excellent. But one thing about Thomas Bukowski's site, the pattern site, is that all of these candle patterns, you have to be very careful how you apply them. Very careful. And, the reason for that is context is extremely important when you look at these candles. Some people see these candles and they're not in the proper context, and then they believe that, hey, I got something here, and they're fucking wrong. All right, back to them. Now, the next one is the reverse of the 3 white soldiers. And this they call the 3 black crows. I don't know why crows are opposite soldiers. But they call them black crows, I guess, because they're black and crows are black. I guess that's the simplest explanation. All right. So again, similar to the three-line strike. Often you'll see a three-line strike followed by two more down candles, which then could be, in fact, three black crows. And I've seen that happen a lot. So the next most statistically significant chart pattern is the evening star. Again, context, extremely important. So we'll take a look at the chart and what it looks like. You see that it gaps up and then has a big tail. It's like a hammer, a short hammer above, followed by a down candle. That is the next. Overall performance rank, number 4. That means that it's fucking awesome. Frequency rank 71. That means it's not so... doesn't happen so often. So that's the evening star. The next one, this is an unusual pattern that most people don't notice. And its frequency rank is relatively small, in line with the evening star, is the upside Tasuki gap. So it gaps up, followed by what appears to be a piercing or dark cloud cover down candle. But that is a fucking bullish pattern. See that? Gap up, followed by down, without actually... I guess it would fill the gap. You'll have to read the treatise on this. Gaps up, comes down, fills the gap, and then goes up again. There is a friggin' awesome pattern. Next, now these are going to be the top 10 or 12 candlestick patterns. I like to put the three-line strike and the white soldier and crows. They're basically the same pattern, just the bullish and bearish case. The next, and the same thing. Well, the bearish. Well, let me talk. This one doesn't have, even though it does have an opposite. The opposite isn't nearly as good as this one, and that is the bearish engulfing. So you would think that, oh, there must be a bullish engulfing, it's just as good, but it's not. The bearish engulfing is way better than the bullish engulfing. The bullish engulfing doesn't even make it. Does it make it? I don't think it makes it. Yeah, it doesn't make it on the top 10. So the bearish engulfing, all right, that's when you come to a trend upwards, and then the last candle is a nice big green candle, and then it's totally engulfed by a black candle. Super bearish. There is a great reversal. The best reversal candle there is. Well, it's not the best. The cool part about it is the frequency rank. It happens a lot. Look at that. Frequency rank 11. And performance rank. So this is where it's at. You got to look for that bearish engulfing. All right, next one is the inverted hammer. Now, some people would think that this would be bullish because it looks like an upside down. Well, no, not really. But this is a continuation pattern. Inverted hammer. We only have 3 more. Actually, we have a few more. I like the name of this pattern, the falling window. Where you're moving down, then a gap, and then you continue to move down. Next one is the bearish doji. Now, this is another one that is similar to the three-line strike that most chart sites get fucking wrong because they're fucking fools and they're there to deceive you. But here, Thomas Bukowski does the real work. Thomas Bukowski actually has done statistical analysis of millions of charts and totally disproven most of the other charts out there that basically do you wrong and try to push you in the wrong direction. That's why you need to listen to Thomas Bukowski. Don't ever try to call Thomas Bukowski because he's a fucking dickwad. He will not talk to you. And if you do get a hold of him, he'll fucking tear your liver out and nail your head to the floor. But he does good work. The next one is called the matching low. It's Bukowski's matching low. It's his. He found it. See how he says theoretical performance is a bullish reversal, which is bullshit. It does not reverse. It's a continuation pattern. Number 9 is the... Oh, I love this one. The bullish abandoned baby. Oh, the poor thing. Oh, I'm not showing it to you. There we go. The bullish abandoned baby. So that means I have to go back to the matching line. Let's see, matching low. That's the Bukowski matching low. Did I show you the bearish doji, which isn't really bearish? And the bullish abandoned baby, which is a bullish reversal. Big dark candle, gap down with a tiny little doji with no body, and a big up candle that is inside. It's an inside day. And then it just moves up with reckless abandon. We only have 3 more here. These are the top chart patterns, top candlestick patterns, period. And for that reason, these patterns have actually been programmed into the AI setups. Now, that doesn't mean it uses these. It only has situational awareness of these patterns. It may use these and then find other contextual things around it. And I don't know if any of these have ever popped up in any of our signals, to tell you the truth. I can go check. But when I said that we've put in 300 chart patterns and candlestick patterns and volume patterns, some of these are these patterns, these top patterns here. There are also many, many, many others. This is just a small segment of the total pattern list that we've actually programmed in. Plus, it has found its own patterns. And on top of that, it does not look at any of these patterns in isolation. It's always looking for combinations and whether or not these match up with historical performance. A few more. 2 black gapping. That sounds racist. It's the racist pattern. 2 black gapping. It gaps, and then it stays gapped. I have an article on gaps. Check this out. I don't know if you know this, but my Trader of Futures does have a blog on it, although I haven't written for it for maybe about a year. But there's a lot of great articles on the blog. And one of the articles... Lots of great articles. One of the articles... I don't know, can I search on the blog? No, that's just a product search. Ah, the Silly Walks article. All right. I really should have a search on the blog, I guess. A lot of great articles here. What I need is maybe a special page where you can. There's a course on here and everything. There's all kinds of great articles in here. Man, now that I look at this, I'm thinking, man, I should do a little bit of work in here. But I wanted to show you a couple of the articles and the graphic that I chose. Only because I was talking about gaps. Is it the last page? Is it really the last page? Oh, what happened to all these pictures? Oh, is this because of my, were these YouTube pictures that got dumped? That would be a shame. Ah, yes, here it is. What is a gap? That's a nice gap. Look at that, all these pictures are gone. That was on pairs trading. All right, that was a diversion. We go to the two black gapping. Next one is the Bulkowski's. This is his bearish breakaway. The bearish breakaway pattern. These are the top patterns of all time. The bearish breakaway pattern. A gap up, followed by 3 minor moves up, and then what looks like a piercing fill of the gap, and then down. Down, down, down. And then the very last one, I keep on mentioning piercing, the piercing pattern. Yes, bullish reversal, the piercing pattern. Those are the top patterns, period. All the rest. And when I say they have statistical significance, the ones 1 through 5 are actually statistically significant. 7 through 13 are like just marginally statistically significant. And that's that. All right? So hopefully, Michael, that answers your question. I hope that that floats your boat there. I hope you're satisfied. Because I aim to please. All right, let's see. So far we covered Jews doing Christmas, diversity, and chart patterns. What will be next? And we're not even 40 minutes into the show. Scott I says, does everyone participating in the embodiment receive the same setups? Of course they receive. I mean, it's a list. We send it out to the list. Why would they receive different setups? That doesn't make... You think we're A/B testing the fucking list? Man, that is fucking... Oof. That's dark. Brent says, I wish I had A's. My kids at least get an A. You know what the advantage of getting A's is? We had both of our kids go to the University of Massachusetts, which is a state school, but one of the better state schools in the country. If you go in with straight A's and you maintain straight A's, you'll basically get grants all the way through college and end up with no cost. And that's really it with my two kids. Between the two kids, I think we owe about $15,000. That's it. Put two kids through college, one of them with a double major, and $15,000 in loans. That is one of the benefits of living in Sharon, Massachusetts. So I guess, the taxes are kind of pay it forward. Besides the high taxes and great school system, we are also one of the safest communities here. I mean, super safe. I mean, leave your doors open at night during the summertime, keys in the car safe. All the police know who you are. Yeah, super safe community. Nothing ever happens in Sharon. The police blotter on the local newspaper is a local joke, like the big story in the police blotter might be suspicious dog spotted in backyard, wallet found left on sidewalk. That's our police blotter. Yeah, so I was searching. Every morning I do a search on Bitcoin. See what's going on. All right, we need to read some more comments here. DIY, you have a pass. Just ask the hallway monitor, you'll get a pass. It's okay if you're late. And the opposite of three white soldiers are three black pacifists. Very funny. Hayseed says, use USGS this week. Report 56 billion barrels newly discovered in the Permian Basin this week. Jaw-dropping amount. To some, apparently. Not the lame stream media, though. 46 billion barrels of new oil found. Who found it? Who found the oil? And does that mean that oil is going down in price? Let's find out. Here in the upper left-hand corner, we have oil. This is today's chart, and it hit a bottom and then popped up. So, did this newly discovered incredibly large supply of oil cause price to go down? No! Will it? Maybe it's going to take a little while to extract the oil. The most common pattern for BTC this year is the inverted pump. Yeah. That's probably true. So the U.S. found the oil, right? Well, they've already under Trump, the Trumpster, have established energy independence. We are now a net exporter of oil. And now, with this new Permian Basin, 46 billion barrels, we will dominate the world. OPEC? OPEC who? Back to the talking head. Tyler, he spouted Tone Vase, then had to laugh out loud. I do that too. Still trading knob and crack spreads? Yeah. Although it's been difficult to trade. I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of volatility in it. maybe recently, but I haven't in the recent times. I put a trade on a while back, but then it didn't move. It just kept on going in one direction. It was just shit. I'm out of smoko. Any chance you could slip me a vact pack? I think my daughter, it's all spoken for. I have these kind of trimmings in here, not really big buds, but it's good shit. Ooh, that smells good. That is sweet. Around this house, when we get down to a quarter pound, we're like freaking out. We don't have any weed left. Please share a little more about your specials. All right, I shall do that. So, these are the specials that are up for Christmas time. There's a monthly special. This is basically the same as the monthly normal, but except that I've reduced the price of the training dramatically. Normally the training is $125 when you buy monthly. When you buy it with the monthly, it is now to $50. I hold the training on Saturdays. It is recorded so that you have access to it forever. Also, you are invited to every other training program because every training that I do on Saturdays is live, and so therefore it might be a little bit different, both in content, also in the questions and the Q&A, because the Q&A is a significant part of the training. So anybody that has ever taken the course is always invited back to the training. Then we have a quarterly and a yearly subscription. The quarterly brings it down to from $99 to basically $88 a month. And the yearly, if you buy yearly, that brings it down to $83 a month. On top of that, on the yearly, the training is free. You just get the training. So that is a good deal there. The quarterly, I mean, if you're unsure and you don't want to outlay a lot of money and you want to see how this works, this is probably the best value for that kind of person. Why they would think that after seeing my shit being published for the last year. Well, I guess it's possible that they're new to the show. But if you've seen my shit, fuck. What the fuck's wrong with you? And you're not buying this? You gotta be shitting me. Even the yearly thing, this is like a no-brainer. The odds are, and this is the truth, the odds are that your first winning trade will likely pay for that yearly subscription, maybe more. That's the odds say that. At least based on since we've had the room open for the past 2 months. Now, overall, your odds are a little lower than that, probably about 80%. Still, pretty fucking good odds. So Israel is going to be the #1 natural gas exporter within the next 10 years. That's an interesting thing. I was not aware of that. All right. So, Brent, there's your specials. These are good until Christmas for these next 12 days of trading. And now I'm going to go over the trades. Last night's trades. Last night's calls. Yes, we need smell-o-vision. Where is the socialist special? This is no fucking socialist communist regime here, Alan. I'm sorry. I do not give shit away. It's value for value. You get incredible value just watching me. I mean, what other fucking host, what other trading show or trading YouTube live stream or non-live stream gives you the type of shit that you get here? None. Nothing even close. It's all bullshit. Bullshit broker narrative trying to swindle you shit. Real value here. This is real shit. I've been giving these trades away for the past year. And, well, mostly on my Discord, on the Discord group. So if you want to go to the Discord group, go there. But I think our record is about 90% win rate and minimum 25% return on capital. The capital used, in other words, the margin that was required to put that trade up. The Leviathan natural gas field has officially been claimed by Israel. Thank you. We'll get soon. Thank you, Brent. Alan Sturber. Agree. Great content plus humor. Yeah, because what would life be without humor? Israel is putting a pipeline under the Mediterranean to Italy. That's friggin' awesome. And that's correct. I have been unbelievably correct on Bitcoin. One of the very few. Yet get no well, I was getting recognition, and then they fucking deleted my fucking channel, assholes. As well as most of my businesses. Yeah. Some guys are asking $2,000 plus for their signals and training. So they're a ripoff, and their signals suck. Let me show you something. I want to show you something. This is a great site to go to. If you want to know what the hell's going on with other services. I've never asked this guy to review my service, by the way. I don't even know if he knows that it exists because I'm not as big as these other guys. We just started. We're only 50 people, so he'll probably wait for another year before he takes a look at it. But tradingschools.org is the place you want to go to find out these other services that you may have looked at and find out which ones are scams and which ones aren't. Most of them are scams, by the way. By the way, Jason Bonds, fucking scamster supreme. The other guy, Warrior Trading, another fucking scamster. And he has 100 and something thousand followers. Can you imagine that? What the fuck is up with that? So he looks at futures trading rooms and stock trading rooms, mentors, systems, rates them. Now here's one. E-mini trading system. He has 4 stars, so that this guy is looks like he's legit. Guaranteed that our service is better than his. Guaranteed. Let's see. We'll look up Warrior, right? Warrior Trading. Oh, that's a great rating. 1.5. 1.5 stars. Today's review is Warrior Trading, a day trading room owned by and moderated by Ross Cameron, this beer-headed geek right here, who's a fucking liar. His educational course is $800 to $2,400, where I give the education away for free. Cons. No verified trading. We open our trading to everybody. Totally. We'll show you our book. The user has 0 chance of replicating the moderator's trading results. You know why? Because they do everything on the fly and they say, oh, you fucking dildo, you missed it. We give you the calls the day before. No trading dome present. No verifiable existence of trading account. Anyone that trades with Ross Cameron will experience a death by 1,000 cuts. And he's one of the most popular guys on YouTube. What the fuck is up with that? How is this possible? Let's go to one of the most popular guys. I don't see him in here. I've seen him in here before. Tim Sykes. But he's also another. But okay, it's not. Oh, Profitly, which is a Sykes site. 1 star. There are a few that have done it right in here. So this is tradingschools.org. It's enough bullshit for now. We need to get on to the trades. But first we have to read a few more of these. I would love to be part of AI, but I'm unsure of the minimum capital needed. At most, I might scrape together 2K, then forget it. 2K isn't enough, DIY guy, sorry. This is nowhere near enough, am I wrong? That is, no, you're not wrong. That is nowhere near enough. Minimum 10K, I would say. Some people have started with 6K, and it's possible. But you have to be super selective, I think, and modify, the type of things that you trade. A lot of people like dope trades. He's trend and price action. What happened to that? I lost it all of a sudden. It jumped. Oh yeah. He's trend and price action trader, no indicators. I don't know. Let's see if they do something on dope trades. Yeah, I don't know if he's reviewed him yet or not. Same thoughts as DIY guy, Ernie. I want to have at least 5K for my own purposes. I am just a small Western PA boy. So with 5K, I suppose if you trade everything with options, you could definitely do that. Or took the futures and substituted ETFs, which you could also do. And then you have the option of trading, just a few shares rather than... so for instance, we provide a sheet that shows the ETF equivalent of some of the futures. Also, some of the futures have micro futures, which are 1/10 the size. So there are ways to bring it down so that you can scale down to 1/10 the size of a normal account. And in Forex, you can certainly trade micro accounts, which are 1/100th the size of a normal trade. Popularity and number of followers and quality is an inverse function. See the popularity of JSNP. I think the curve is similar to IQ curve of the peeps. That may be. That's probably a good point. My father told me when I was a boy, you need money to make money. No, you need knowledge and you need to know people. And it's easier to make money with other people's money. Oh, Traders Underground? Let's look at that. All right, now you tell me if this is the guy, because if you think he's good, this guy does real reviews. He actually subscribes to the service and uses it. Here it's called Investors Underground. I don't know if it's the same person or not. So he first did this one here, 1 star. All right, I got to show that. Let me just show you that. So Investors Underground, a closer look at Nathan Mishad in Investors Underground. In today's review, we're going to take a closer look at Nathan Mishad of Investors Underground and Investors Live. Both Investors Underground and Investors Live are stock day trading rooms that offer live trading recommendations for a monthly fee. All right. So he did an in-depth review here. Trades cannot be verified. The chat room is poor quality experience where no specific trade entries from Nathan are given yet. Another trading charlatan that will not verify real trades. He did a closer look, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure exactly what, I'm not reading all of this. I'm just going through this very quickly. But let's go back and look at the update and see whether or not he has improved his look at Investors Underground. Update. I have been highly critical of Nathan Mishad and his live stock trades trading room. You can read my original review of Investors Underground here. Investors Underground, when analyzed using Google search patterns and estimated volume of traffic, is one of the most popular live stocks day trading rooms on the internet. The hustle has its roots planted in Timothy Sykes' investment website, where Nathan has massive numbers of fake positive reviews. My original review was pretty scathing hit piece on Nathan Mishad, as well as some of the moderators within Nathan's live trading room. The more compliant was that there is simply no transparency within Nathan's live trading room. It is primarily a social hub. In the past month, yet another subscriber investor sent me an email asking that I take another look at his company, so I did from August 11th through August 13th. I spent an additional 3 days in the Investor Underground chat room. What did I find? Well, nothing has changed. It's the same old story. Plenty of newbies chatting, but absolutely no clearly defined trading signals from any of the trading room moderators. Now, a lot of people that may subscribe to this, when you read a review like this to them, they'll instantly defend it, mostly because they're paying the money and they don't want to seem like fucking dildos, dickwads, libtards, idiots, fuckwads, that they made such a fucking poor choice. They'll defend it. And they'll keep on defending it and say, no, it's really real. I've made lots of money. And they're fucking lying to you, and they're lying to themselves. That's just life. Ross Cameron is all over Bloomberg Radio. Well, that should tell you something. Because Bloomberg Radio is not a financial site. It is a liberal propaganda site. $10K minimum. So that means we can make an average of 10% per trade then? I don't know how you get that. No one says an average. It all depends on you, what you can make. Never look at anything and don't let anybody ever tell you that you're going to make this amount of money, because every trader is different. You can sit a trader next to the best trader in the fucking world, and the best trader in the fucking world will knock it out of the park, and if that guy doesn't know what he's doing, he could actually lose money. So there's no way for me to guarantee how much money you're going to make. We have some people in the... no, not some. We have one person in our room. Well, no, maybe 2 or 3. That have struggled with making money because they haven't really followed the direction or don't have the discipline or maybe holding things too long, not sure of themselves, not sure when to get in and get out, regardless of what we say. Over time, they start learning, developing the confidence, developing the skills, and then they get better. And that's actually the reality for most people that get involved in any kind of trading or any kind of system. Of course, if it's a lousy system, they'll just keep on doing bad, and no matter how good of a trader and how much of a disciplinarian they are, they will lose money. They'll just lose money in a very disciplined way. He's not on that site, but check him out on YouTube. He live streams. Trader Underground. So he's not Investor Underground? Why would he call himself Trader Underground? So you've challenged me now. The only one up here is Investors Underground. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Is Trading Underground? Is this it? Wilson Augustin? No, that's not even a channel. Trade Underground? That's not. It's a foreign site. What the fuck are you talking about? There's this guy, Investors Underground, right here. Look, he has 92 fucking thousand subscribers, and he's a fucking scam artist. Holy shit. Dope trades? All right, we'll look up dope trades. Only 1,000 subscribers. So that he has something going for him there. He's probably real. That's why he probably only has 1,000 subscribers. So I have nothing. I can't say anything about this guy. Really have no idea. He doesn't have very many. Really not much going on here. So I'm not sure exactly how we rate somebody like this. I'm just, All right. Casper the Ghost. Same shit, Ernie. Getting tired yet. Pfft. All credibility about to be thrown away out the window. Oi, EOM shilling your AI. Well, what do you think this is about, man? I make my living on YouTube. I don't monetize YouTube. I monetize it on the things I talk about. You can't shill your own shit. That's antithetical to the definition of shill. It's called selling. When the BTC rally, you just keep on talking about the BTC rally. All that comes out of your mouth is diarrhea. So I looked up dope trades. I have absolutely no comment. I will subscribe to him and check out some of his videos. I just hit the subscribe button. See, here it is. Dope trades. These are all the videos he has over 5 months. That's nothing. He has a website. Let's check that out. Nice looking website. Traders Underground. Oh, that looks familiar. Starting to get a bad feeling about this. He does crypto forex futures. Let's take a look at some of our past winners. We'll show you all our winners. Well, back to the fucking trading. He's a Tim Sykes acolyte. If he is a Tim Sykes acolyte, then he's a fucking scam artist. There is no two ways about it. If you're associated with Tim Sykes, you're a fucking scam artist. I don't care what the fuck you say, Adam. You're losing credibility with me right now. It's all I have to say. If you're associated with Tim, you're a fucking scam artist. Period. I'm sorry. You've been duped. Is there a way to see past call performance as your books as so called it? Like to show my old man because he likes to stay skeptical. Might convince him, or he would laugh at me if I asked for 10 G's. You know what I would do, DIY guy? Don't ask your dad for 10 G's to trade. Take the service, right, for $99. And you can afford $99. Follow it for a month. Get on some, put about, a couple $100 or something in just to open up a Thinkorswim account on TD Ameritrade. Don't trade it. Go into the what do you call it? The simulated part of the account. And then trade with us on the simulated account. Put in all the trades. And then after a month, see what happens. That way you're not investing anything, you're not risking anything, and then you can bring that information to your dad then. Otherwise, don't do it. Please. Casper says, my BTC views on are wrong. How can they be wrong when I'm always right? This is what I don't understand from you, man. You're saying I'm wrong, but I'm right. You're like looking at reality and saying it's not reality. Fuck. People like you really piss me off. All right, Adam, I'm still skeptical. I subscribed to him, and I'm going to take a look. But he doesn't have that many videos. He hasn't put a lot of shit out there. He's associated with crypto traders on TV, which Twitch used to be CWN. Okay, another reason why I'd say, fuck. Everything that you're telling me, Adam, and everything that I know is leading me down the same path. Everything. Iceman, Ernie, you make me laugh every day. Love your presentation style, really entertaining. You're doing a great job, and you should keep kicking Tone's ass big time. You're awesome. Thank you very much, Iceman. Appreciate it. Ernie, any thoughts on oil? Yeah, it's going up now, even though Hayseed says that we just found the biggest fucking reserve on the planet. Why? I think oil is going to be held down as much as possible. The Trumpster has made it one of his goals because he looks at it as a tax on people. And he's having a hard time with a Republican-led Congress and House and keeping taxes low, although he did it. But now with the Dems coming in to control the House, he only has so many things he can do, because the Dems, they want to raise taxes. They want to get rid of the tax cuts, and they want to raise taxes on your ass. So what he's doing is he's holding oil prices down. And I'm pretty sure, and he's doing that by enabling new exploration and drilling and production, which I think may be very closely aligned with what Hayseed talked about in the 46 billion barrels of oil that they found, which will eventually cause prices to go down because of the supply. And we are now a supplier to the world. The United States has never been a net exporter of oil, ever. until the Trumpster. And this will keep energy prices down, which is in effect a tax cut. Your price at the pump is going to be cheaper. The price of your electricity is going to be cheaper. The price of heating your home is going to be cheaper. The price of products are going to be cheaper because it'll cost less to produce them. Everything will be cheaper because of Trump. And that's not a political comment. That is just a reality. I mean, Trump's not even a fucking Republican, for Christ's sake. Wired magazine says he made $300K in months using Tim Sykes systems. Bullshit! As a former member of Shine, I bet you can tell he smells like a planted story. Yeah. Adam, please, please, go to, read a book on skepticism, logic, and reason. Get your head out of your ass. Watch real-time performance. Oh, by the way, oil was one of the calls that we made yesterday, that it was going to be breakthrough. And as you can see, here is... So I'm going to go over the trades now so that we can... This is total transparency here. I'm going over the trades every fucking day so you can see what happens. All right? We had two trades yesterday that look good. One was this breakout trade with oil, and it broke out and then it pulled back. But now it's coming back down. Again, we give all our trades 4 days. So now it's coming back up, and now it is almost flat. So there we are on yesterday's trades. All right, let's go and review those trades. So these were the trades that were called on Tuesday night for Wednesday. All right, and the two that triggered, I think some of these triggered as well. I think the GP, the British Pound USD, it triggered and it hit the target, so that was a winner. The only others that triggered were oil and the BP breakout. All right. Now, oil, as I said, triggered and then went down. Now it's coming back up. So right now it may turn out to be a winner. That purple line is the target right there. So we don't know yet, but we give it 4 days. The other is BP. British Pound. And it also triggered a breakout, and it is about flat. So both of yesterday's trades right now, as they stand, appear to be flat. So we have two flat trades, one winner in one of the trades that we called yesterday in the Forex trade. The other trades that are setting up right now, the ones that we called last night, I'll bring them over here. You know what I'll do? I'll do a screenshot so you're not getting all the crap, so you can see the charts. What the fuck is that? Oh, here it is. All right, so these are the calls from last night. let's start at the Swiss franc, which is in the lower left here. Swiss franc is a buy. Actually, this should be a breakout. All right. And it needs to come up through this level. It has not triggered yet. HG is copper. All right, there's copper right here. Now that is also a buy. That means it has to come down to this line here, and then it will be a buy. So it hasn't triggered yet. Now, we have today for these things to work out. If they don't work out, then we discard them. AD is a buy. Again, it has to come down here. It has not triggered. And PL is a sell. PL needs to come up here. So none of them have triggered yet. That's not unusual. We only get about 35-40% that trigger. And even though it looks like, man, how will that ever trigger? It's got such a long way to go. You'd be surprised how many of these actually do it. The AI actually is projecting into the future that, hey, look, this looks like it's setting up into a pattern that I've seen many times before. And if this pattern works out, then there's about an 80% chance that it will reach its target, or that it will become profitable. About a 70% chance that it will reach its target, or go beyond. All right, so there you go. For prosperity, another day of giving you the signals. So far, since yesterday anyways, we've got one winner, two flats. All right, and they're still in trades. So we have to keep track of those. On average, we get about 5 to 8 trades a week. Sometimes as many as 15 trades in a week. A lot of them are overlapping each other because they're essentially 4-day trades. Some close a lot faster. But I can tell you this, that since we've been calling the trades in the trade room in October, 100% winners. We have managed them to 100% winners. And everything's there for you to see. You can go in, once you get in there, it's a private trade room. Obviously you have to be a subscriber to get in. And yeah, I'll show it to you. Right now we have 50 subscribers. And surprisingly, not many people are taking advantage of the support area on the Discord, which that blows my mind. Why aren't people? There's only like 13 people in there right now. Why? That doesn't make any sense. See that right here in the embodiment. That's my nickname for the AI setups, the embodiment. Of course, you can join my channel here, my Discord server, and we have several different channels. We have General, Trade Room, the Weed Lab, Investing, and then we have this private channel, AI Setups. But General, anything goes. You can talk about just about anything. We have about almost 1,300 members. At any one time, you'll get 40 or 50 people on. Actually, right now, online, there's 110 people. And they're talking away. Here's the trade room. In the Weed Lab, we talk about weed, obviously. Investing, we talk about investing. And then in our AI setups, the artificial mentor is in there all the time, giving nuanced and mentoring direction. Something went in my eye. On our trade setups. He is in there full time, helping everybody out. Class A support. So there are 3 trades in profit or loss. There are 2 trades. All right. One of the trades that got called yesterday already hit its target, its profit, it's off the table. there are 2 trades left over from yesterday that are flat right now, or within a few, maybe down $50 total, but moving up. So we'll see what happens. We give them 4 days. You see no winners. It's because there are no trades right now on the calls that were made last night that have triggered. I don't understand what you mean you see no winners. Show us how to display it like you do, Ernie, please. They aren't doing Discord because it's hard work. That's interesting. We can smoke weed in some parks here in Tel Aviv. Well, that's cool. I don't know that you can smoke. I don't think you can smoke outside here, even though we have recreational legal here. I wasn't trying to show you winners, none. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. The trades on the charts on Thinkorswim easy to set up. Yeah, all I did was I just drew lines. They just to help me visualize where the entry and exit is. I make the entries a cyan color and then the exit a magenta color. That's all I do. So, see, I just drew these lines here. I'll give you an example. Well, let's take the Forex trades from the day before. I'm pretty sure that one of them was a winner. Hold on. And what we'll do is we'll plot them out. Remember, the alerts themselves are only good for 1 day, and after that, if they don't pan out, then we discard them. So these were the alerts for yesterday. All right. And I'm pretty sure that one of these did work out. Let's see, the GBP USD breakout at, all right. So let's enter GBP / USD to bring up that chart. And that was given on Tuesday night, and the specification was if it broke out above 1.2639, at 1.26, which is right there. If it broke out above that, and then the exit would be 1.270. All right. So I can tell you for a fact that in the room that the AI mentor took this off as profit. All right. Now, let me explain that. And this is all part of our training, by the way. these entries and exits are statistical numbers. In other words, the entry is, if you take the entry at this point, there is an 80% chance that you will be profitable after 4 days. At least from a historical standpoint, we've found enough occurrences of this over the past 20 years that should you take that it should make more than a penny. Yep. What happened to... Oh, there it is. How did it move? How does everything move by itself? So I'll go back to this. Let me explain what this is saying. All entries are statistical in nature. All exits are statistical in nature. The exits represent a 1 standard deviation, approximately a 70% chance that price will reach that. All right? That is not a level saying you must exit there. That is not what that is. That is a 70% chance that price will reach that in 4 days. That's what that is. In this particular case, we had a breakout and we moved up very quickly. One of our neat little rules is that when something like that happens and we achieve 70% of the target or the exit, we want to make sure that that is a no-lose proposition. So we'll do one of two things. Some people will put a stop in down here above the entry. Some people may take it off as soon as it hits 70%. But some people will do nothing for 4 days and let it ride out. And at least according to our statistics, there is a 70% chance that it will reach and touch that line or go beyond it. That's how you read it. That is why and I know for a fact that in the room that was taken off as a winner. I mean, if you took it off right now, it'd be a winner. You could wait for the full 4 days, and it might be a winner, might be a loser. I don't know. All right, so that was one of the winning trades. Let's try the Euro USD. Let's see if it triggered at all. That was a buy at 1.125. So question is, did it go down to 1.125? No, it didn't, because that's way down here. So that didn't work out. All right, let's look at the New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi. That was a breakout if it went up through 0.6913. Did it ever, after this open, go up through 0.6913? No, because that's up here. Never did. So neither the Euro or the New Zealand Kiwi ever triggered. Only the GPD USD did. It was a breakout and it was a winner. So that was the one winner yesterday. Oil and BP right now are apparently, not there yet. All right, so here's BPP and here's oil right here. They're below this line. I mean, one could make an argument that, well, this one, oil did come up here. You could have taken it off, but, we didn't. So we're still in this trade. So this may go up, back up here. I think if it does, I'm not sure exactly what the AI mentor will do. BP, we're still waiting for it. It looks like it's pierced this a few times. Will it go up and go through it? I don't know. All I know is that over the past, this has happened a lot. They have yet to. We have yet to put up a losing trade. At least the AI mentor hasn't. And he's going step by step on his thought process, his analysis, and his trades. Talking head. So I just showed you the one winner. I don't know if you can't see it now, then you're just, I don't know what you're doing. Ernie skips all the real messages. Yeah, you're right, DIY guy. Casper needs friends. What buttons do you mash? Well, you just saw me draw lines and stuff. This is all Thinkorswim, you know. The toolbar is up here for creating lines. So when I click on this little arrow right here, you can see it comes down. Then I can get the drawing tools. And then there are the various drawing tools. Here's the line tool, so I can draw lines. So I just drew a line. Then I have to go back to the drawing tools. Then I can get the pointer tool, and I can select the line. And I can then move it around or reposition it. I can double click on it and get a dialog that lets me change the color. Maybe I want to change it to, I don't know, green. We'll change it to green. And we'll make its width a lot thicker. And say OK. So there's a nice big thick green line. There are other tools over here on the right hand side. If I want to see a trading dome, I click this AT. See, then I can get a trading dome in there. All kinds of shit in here. What does this TS do? All right, so this is giving me order. It's like an order book. Trades. What is this? This is push button trading, I guess. Market trading. Or market orders. What a phase score is. I don't know what a phase score is. Growth phase. What the fuck is this? I have no idea what that is. What's a DB? I guess that's another way to buy and sell. Level 2. Not much level 2 data on this. So you got all these things around the window that you can change the time frame here. I can go to 4 hours. Wow, look at platinum. It's just been down, 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 down. A little pop up, then come down again. How about going back 30 days and show us how 10K would have paid back the monthly subscription possible? It's possible, but that would take me forever. This is why I do this every day, Iceman. I mean, it's a good idea, but man, I do this every friggin' day. Morning and evening. I go over these trades if I'm not talking about other shit. Every day. Thank you, Hayseed, for that comment. He says, Ernie, you got too many yo-yos in here. People, you're in a class these folks can't comprehend. See you, Casper. British pound USD is flat currently, not winner. You're fucked, Nun. Fuck you. I just showed you fucking winner, you fucking retard. You are a fucking retard. You can't see it right in front of your fucking face. There you go. Now you've been set straight. I mean, do I need to show you again? So that your retard brain can see it? All right? There's the fucking entry, the blue line, you fucking asshole. All right? There it is! Breakout! Triggered! Fucktard! It is in profit, dillweed, dickwad. Right there. So don't give me this bullshit. It's not currently a fucking winner. You're a fuck. Oh, man, you. People like you fucking burn me up. Oh, you got to see me when I say that. Because that's the real. That's the real thing. All right? You didn't see me. You fucking burn me up. I can really give a shit what you say, but I'm just trying to knock some sense into you. You really are a fuckwad, dickwad, dick tree, dildo. You know, when you show somebody and then they say, oh, I don't see it. You say, oh, the sky's blue. I say, no, it's not. It's purple. Oh, there's water out in the ground. No, that's sand. So Jeff, Butina admits to being a Kremlin agent, sought to influence American politics through NRA connections. Yes. She did what Mueller wanted her to do. That's probably true. But notice that most of the press calls her Butina. It is Butina. So I'm sorry I had the chart on there while I was going irate, because, you know, that doesn't give you the full effect. People that watch this show know that anytime that I get like that, I am doing it for, you know, your benefit. I am trying to help you, you fucking idiots. Not all of you, just some of you. Can you use TOS with IB? No. Thinkorswim is for TD Ameritrade. Now, IB, Interactive Broker, there's a wide range of different platforms that you can use there. I actually use the Trader workstation in IB. I don't particularly like it, but I use it. You got to lose it every once in a while. It wakes people up, you know? This is real world. I mean, we're dealing with real money. You need to have reverence for that money. What do I want for Christmas? I want world peace and $15,000 Bitcoin. Wow, I can't believe now I'm an hour and 45 minutes into the show. What? Where does the time go? All right. So, now, you must hit the like button. You must share this video. We need your blood pressure chart in the mix. Based on the comments, I could make some dough. Actually, I bet you couldn't. Seriously, there is no friggin' way you would be able to guess my blood pressure. You would be very surprised. And if you think that me getting upset like that is actually me bursting a bubble, then you don't know me. That's all part of the ruse. My blood pressure is, last time I had it checked, which was recently, is about 100 over 60. My heart rate is around 62. Cholesterol, 170. I got the heart rate, blood pressure, and the cholesterol of a fine-tuned athlete. I haven't had a cold in probably 15, 16 years. Last time I had the flu was when I was 9 years old. And I've never taken the flu shot. Ever! Yeah, it could be a good gimmick. So while I go nuts, you're looking at my blood pressure and say, no, because then Nun will say, that's not your blood pressure. Casper says it's my blood pressure is maintained by the power of cannabis. And Hayseed keeps his blood pressure down by fasting.
Sorry, I couldn't find what you were searching for.
I said Hayseed and thought I said Siri again. I said Hayseed keeps his blood pressure down by faster. I said fasting, you fuckwad. Dipshit. I said fasting.
I don't understand. I said fasting, but I could search the web for it.
Don't fucking search the web. You search the web for every fucking thing.
I don't know how to respond to that.
It wasn't meant for you to respond to.
I'm not sure I understand.
Of course you don't, because you're an AI idiot.
That doesn't sound good.
What are you gonna do? I'm really disappointed in Apple here. They should have a conversational Siri. I bet you there's an app. Is there an app that you can talk to? Like a therapist bot? Is there a therapist app? Let's find out. All right, is there a search in here? Oh, I guess I have to do it on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for a therapist bot. Therapy. What is this? Talkspace, online therapy. A great therapist. It's got 4.1 stars. You see that? I told you there was a bot for it. Well, I have a kind of super chat. I wouldn't want to do anything through Google. There is a, you can tip me in Bitcoin. And tip me in PayPal. I think you can tip me in PayPal. Let me see let me just check that out. Hold on. So if you go down below into the description, there's a tip jar right there. Trader Futures tip jar. See right there? So you get there. I'll do that again. So you get there by going to the description. Right down here. I have it way down here. Trader Futures tip jar. And you can put any amount you want in there. Send me 5 cents. I don't care. I'd really appreciate it. If you like this stuff, I don't want to go through Google. Just don't want to do it. But I do want therapy. I think I need therapy. What do you think? I think I need therapy. But I'm not sure if this is the best one. They're app of the day. Wow. All right, we got to get it then. That's we're getting it. We're going to get therapy. So what do I think about natural gas? A good short? No. I go by AI, the embodiment, the AI setup service. It tells me what to look for because it is based in statistically significant historical patterns. And right now it's not saying anything about natural gas of any value. So the way you tip, like I said, is you go down below to the description, click show more, and you'll see all the links down there. And then there will be a link, Trader Futures /tip jar. And it will bring up this screen that you see in the back. There's my mug without any facial hair. That's what I look like. And you can put any amount that you want in there. It would, I'd really appreciate it. That's very nice of people. I think that I'm providing some value here. I should have pay for an argument. Call up, put the tip jar in, and then we'll have an argument. You think people would pay for that? All right, so I'm going to open up therapy. Effective and convenient therapy. 92% of clinical study participants reported improvement in as little as 2 months on their toughest problems. 2 fucking months? That sounds like a scam. I just received $10. You guys are fucking awesome. All right. I have to put in my email. Sounded like a scam to me. Therapy. I'll receive results in 2 fucking months. I want to have 1 session and have all my problems solved. Is that too much to ask? Or do I need therapy around that issue too? Nickname. What's a good nickname? Earn the burn. Probably need therapy for that. Start therapy. What? How can that be invalid? It says nickname, and then when I put that in there, it says invalid email. I don't know. Let's try this again. All right. I've put it in there. Start therapy. All right. So you can see it. It's confidential. All right. Hi, I am Cami, and I will be your consultation therapist. I'll be asking some questions about what brought you here, explaining how Talkspace works, including pricing our most popular $49 a week billed monthly, helping. Fuck that! No! I want fake therapy! I don't want real therapy. That's bullshit. Real therapy is worth nothing. Oh my. Told you it was a scam. Fuck that. Talkspace, you're gone. Don't ever call me. Don't ever email me, you fuck! God damn it. Pay for therapy. Can you imagine that? Pay for fucking therapy. Holy Christ. Seven Cups anxiety. You know what I need to do? I'm going to have to do some research on this. But when I find something, that'll be part of the show. Me getting therapy. My PayPal will show a different email address, and you will not know it was me. Okay. Well, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Daniel Train. Hi, Ernie. What would you say is the main distinction between futures trades and options? Well, first of all, there are two different types of derivatives. Futures are looking at the future price with a contract that has nothing to do with any kind of option formula or premium or anything like that. It's simply trying to speculate on what you think the price is going to be at the end of that contract. Now, you can either use it to hedge an underlying commodity, or you can use it for speculation. Options, in a way, are trying to predict future too, but you have three dimensions to options. You have time, you have volatility, and then you have your level of bearishness or bullishness. And you use that to kind of model your idea. And then you buy an options contract that models that, and then you see whether or not you're going to end up in the money or out of the money. So in a way, both of them are a way to, you can use them both to kind of speculate on where you think things are going to go. Options are far more complex because they are a much more variable pricing structure based on the volatility of the market and how much time is left, how much time premium is left in the contract. Futures have no such time premium. Hopefully that answers your question. Do you think a recession is coming soon? No. Simple answer. Like by 2020? No. There might be some minor pullbacks in the next few years, but not a recession. It's meant for soy boy cucks. That's right. I almost got fucking sucked into cuckdom. Shit. Pay for fucking therapy. Man, if someone could convince me that their therapy was valid, then I'd have to think that the world is coming to an end. I agree with Nun. 1.26 is not 1.25. What the fuck does that mean? Did I not explain that the exit is a statistical measure? I did explain that, right? Because I really don't want to go through it again. And if you're agreeing with a nun, Alfredo, what kind of fucking name is Alfredo? You know, Alfredo on The Godfather got offed, and he was part of the family. That's what happens to Alfredos. They get offed. So futures don't have an expiration? No, I didn't say that. They do have an expiration. They are contracts that expire in a certain time period. But they have no time value. Options, time and volatility determine the premium that would be associated with the pricing of that option. With futures, they have a fixed price, right? They have an amount per tick that they move up and down. It's not variable. There's no premium. There's no changing value as you on top of the intrinsic value. There's only intrinsic value in futures. In options, there's intrinsic and extrinsic value. Intrinsic would be the value of the strike price minus the current price, the current quoted price. In futures, it's just the quoted price. That's it. Period. There is no, in the money or out of the money. It's like a stock. So you're also saying they're easier to trade. Oh yeah, futures are much easier to trade than options. But believe it or not, you can have options on futures. And that's really cool. No recession soon. How about real estate? I think we're going down 20 to 30%. Yeah, I doubt that. Not anytime soon. Interest rates are low. They're going to stay low. Energy's going down. It's going to stay down. The ratio between bonds and equities is going through the roof. And it's just now breaking out, and all indications are that it's going to continue to break out. So that's where I see things going. All right. So now we've gone 2 hours into this show. I never thought this show would go 2 hours, but I had a lot of fun. I really did. And maybe I should lead off the show with here's my tip jar. If you think this show is going to be worth anything, give me a tip. If you think that it's total bunk, then don't give me a tip. Or if you just want to be a cuck, or you just want to be, one of those guys that sits on the fence, just sit there and, just suck in all the value and just keep on taking. You can be one of those people. I don't care. I will still entertain you. And hopefully at the same time give you some halfway decent knowledge. Or not give it to you, present it to you. Yes, the ratio between bonds and equities. The ratio between bonds and equities is on one of the biggest consolidation followed by breakouts in human history. All breakouts, previous breakouts, have had multi-year impact, and none has had as big a consolidation as this current breakout. That is saying that this market is going to the fucking moon. It'll have its, it'll have its pullbacks, but in retrospect, those pullbacks will look like nothing. Why? We're already 2 fucking hours. I'll tell you what, I'll leave that to another show. In the meantime, what I'd like you to do is go to Shavako Capital and look up at Chris Shavako's analysis. All right? That's what I want you to do. And for now, we're going to call this show concluded. I want to thank you very much. Thank you. Thanking everybody. While I'm thanking you, I'm looking for the way to get out of this show. Oh yeah, there it is. And that's by clicking the stop stream button. All right, guys, take care. I will be on tonight at 11 o'clock. Bye.